Go.
Oh wow, I think we might be back on.
Can they ask questions?
Intellectual questions I have?
They can make some comments, but once we start, I don't really see them, so it's not interactive. But we're changing the interactive situation because I got my mixer yesterday, and many people have been asking about music. And part of the issue, I don't play music on these live streams because Facebook will shut it down and YouTube will shut it down because of the algorithm. So it recognizes a song, like Shazam, that app Shazam. So Shazam recognizes a song in like 3 seconds, right? So the same thing, they all have these algorithms, and if you don't, you have to buy the music, so unless you have rights to it, and they don't know that, I pay for an ASCAP, which is licensing, so the musicians get paid. But so they'll shut it down. It's funny, I don't think Instagram actually shuts it down, but Facebook, so it won't stay live. However, what I'm going to start doing is Zoom classes. So I committed to doing 100 of these. This is information if you're newer with us. But I've committed to doing 100 of these. Hi Lana, welcome, good morning. And then after 100, I thought I would change it. Ilana, that's Judd, Ilana. So 100 is Thursday. Today is 98. 98 classes. I'm getting very excited for 100. So I'll probably do Zoom 2 or 3 days. And then I'll do it as a donation, but it'll have to be a minimum donation. I'll probably do like 5, 10, 25, or 5, 15, 25, something like that, right? So at least, it's normally $25 when you come in to take a class if you're just taking one class, but we have packages that are, 23, 21, 19, depending on how many classes you buy. Obviously, we've been doing this, but now that I have, I gotta, pay for certain things and like food and things like that. So well, that's the idea. The idea is that I'll take 2 or 3, and we'll do 2 or 3 live for free or donation, and then we'll do 2 or 3 on Zoom where you have to pay at least a little bit. I'll give people the option to pay a little bit, and then I'll be able to feed the music through. And on Zoom, it's private. So then later I can put that somewhere else too. So I'll record it and then I can put it in there. So I just got the mixer yesterday. It's like took 2 or 3 weeks to get the mixer. But anyway, so that I'll just add in addition. If you're home and you're watching this for the first time, we are about to do a 60-minute flow, and we stream it on a donation basis. So if you have the financial resources, it would be great if you support us. We are officially open, but as you can see, we are not crowded, and we respect everyone's decision to stay home. If you're one of the people watching right now and staying home, then but please, if you can, support us by either going to 5pointyoga.com. You scroll down a little bit, and there's 4 different ways you can do it. You could sign up for your class. You could just buy a $15 online class, or you can Venmo me directly, which is at Teddy McDonald, and that all goes straight to the business. And thank you all very much for those of you who have continued to do it, because it has helped keep us in business. And sadly, since this is yoga for runners, I will tell you a sad story about an organization that I just want to make sure we are actually going here. Yes, great, woohoo, all right, so good news then. So I've been racing for 20 years. Not to get into we're gonna start in a minute, but I did my first marathon in 2000, and then I did a triathlon, and then I did an adventure race, and then I got into long endurance adventure racing. So that first adventure race was in April of 2001, and it was 3 to 5 hours, and it was 1 to 3 miles of kayaking. The organization supplied kayaks in the Lake Castaic Lake, which is just outside of Los Angeles. And then it was a 10 to 15 miles of mountain biking. And then it was 5 to 8 miles of trail running. That was my first ever adventure race. That was April 2001. Then I loved it so much, they would throw in like, okay, you have to here's your map and compass, and you have to go find this egg in the hills over there, and then you run to go find it. Or okay, now you have to go through this mud pit and hop it on. This is before the Tough Mudder and before, this is before Tough Mudder and whatever the other one is. I forget, there's another mud race, the Spartan race, right? It's before all that stuff. This is way before that happened. Anyway, and I loved it. And so then I went from doing that smaller race to creating a professional team, kind of almost professional. We would compete against the pros, and if there were 15 teams in the pro division, we would always finish like middle of the pack. So we were good enough to be pros, we just never got full sponsorship. We weren't full-time athletes. But anyway, it was an amazing thing. And over the years I did, continue to do triathlons or trail runs or, not so much adventure racing anymore. But this one particular company called Renegade Racing, I just got an email 2 days ago that they shut down. And it's so sad. It's like definitely the death of a small business that was near and dear to my heart, because I would always look for their emails to see what races they were going to organize this year. And they're just the couple who has been running it for literally 20 years, ever since I've been around. And they just said, this is our final finish line. It was so sad. They said, this is our final finish line. We're so thankful and grateful for everybody who supported us in the races along the way. And it just was, but what are they going to do, right? They have if that's their income and now there's no racing, they could try to do some virtual races, which I think some organizations are doing. Like the New York City Marathon is going to be fine, right? Even though they canceled this year. But small mom and pop things like that, that's not going to be. So anyway, sad. But hopefully, like Lana said yesterday, eventually it's going to be over. We don't know when, but eventually it's going to be over. So with that bright, fun news, let's go ahead and start. Come on, you guys will start standing. So stand up at the front of your mat. The hope is that we continue to stay strong and be healthy and practice yoga on a regular basis. Palms together, eyes closed, shoulders down, top of the head floats up. Breath smooth. And I know that won't happen with Erica at the Malibu Half Marathon. So that race hopefully will continue this year, but if not, for sure next year. Eyes closed, breath smooth. Erica is on top of all the details. Take a moment, set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that is for you. And then drop your head down over to your left side, easy neck stretch. You could drop the arms as well. Reach that arm away from you, stretch. Good, and then opposite side, drop the head over to the other side. Find your breath, good smooth, even breaths in and out of the nose. Good, and then release that stretch. Make a few circles with your head, one direction. Opposite direction. Good, back to the center, shoulder rolls, forward and back, forward and back. Good, and then back and forward, back and forward. Great, and then arms up. Interlace the fingertips, turn the palms to the ceiling. Straighten the arms, bring them back by the ears, stretch. Come up on the toes, lifting up on the toes. Breath smooth, balance. Good, and then slowly down, fold to the left side, easy side stretch. Good, switch sides, same thing. Good, back up to the center, lean back, take a nice big inhale, and then fold down forward as you exhale. Hang forward here, stretch. Oh, grab the elbows, drop the head down, stretch there, a few breaths. Just make sure we're still rolling here. Good. Good, clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. A little bit of an easy stretch here. One more nice big breath. Release the arms from there. Let's take the feet wider than the mat. So we're going to do a little hip stretch. Today's focus is going to be on the hamstrings. So we'll do a few standing poses, kind of hang in there, but we'll do a little bit more hamstrings. So bend over to the right side. Bending your right leg, stretching the inner thigh on the left side. Yeah, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I think that we're just beginning to see the fallout. Like, I think initially people were like, "Oh my God, it's a pandemic," and then it lasted a few months, and then people were like, "Okay, let me put the pieces back together." I think we talked about this a little yesterday. But I think it's going to go on for such a long time that people aren't going to really understand, how to put the pieces back together or reinvent themselves, switch sides. So many industries are going to change and companies are going to fail, and I think, personally, we're just starting to see this fall out a little bit. But we'll see. So, if you're out there and you're not sure what to do, start thinking about what you want to do next, because here's an opportunity to live life, maybe a little differently than you wanted to before, than you were living before. Good, go ahead, back again, first side. And the hope is, go ahead and twist up, turn the arm up. The hope is that, people see, wow, there's something out there that's very imminent. And I think the Nick Cordero death, it really brought it home for a lot of people, and just like, wow, the guy was 41, seemed to have, everything going for him. Go ahead and drop that arm back. And he died from it. So I think it's really important to stay vigilant about your situation, keep your distance, wear your mask. If you're close to people, lengthen the upper body up, twist up, one more breath. And then switch it, other side, same thing, bend over. But also that life is precious, right? That's the reminder is nothing should be taken for granted. Lengthen the upper body up, twist up. And if you don't take anything for granted, that means you're grateful, right? It means you appreciate what you have. And that, my friends, is the most important thing you can do. Lengthen up, turn up, so even if your life is cut short, sadly, tragically, if you appreciated every moment, and I like to say, squeeze the juice out of every moment of life. One more breath, turn and twist. And then back to the center. Now bring the feet back together, walk them all the way back together, and then roll your way up. Abdomen strong, slowly rolling up. Go ahead and take the arms up, nice big inhale. Folding all the way down, forward exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward, step back to plank. Plank pose, hold it. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. Good, holding here, or 5 times to chaturanga, lower halfway down, chaturanga, press back up, plank. Halfway, chaturanga, press back up, plank. Halfway, press up. 2 more. 1 more. Good, all the way to the mat. Gentle back bend, easy cobra, lift up. Get into that spine a little bit. Dropping your shoulders down, drop the chin down, extend the back of the neck. Turn your head to the left side. Nice, easy neck stretch. Good. Switch it, other side. Good. Back to the center. One more inhale. Lift up a little bit taller. And then child's pose for a moment. Good, and then back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, come on up, down dog. So fingers spread, palms flat, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. First hamstring stretch, just feel it out for you. Not only do you want to stretch the Achilles and the calf, back of the knee, but also up into where the hamstring connects to your pelvis. So kind of tilt the tailbone up, and that's going to get a deeper stretch in the leg. And switch sides, same thing. Dropping that heel down, tilt the tailbone up. Breathe deeply. Good. Straighten both legs. Come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, fold down as you exhale. Drop the head all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Good, arms up again, inhale. Folding down, forward, exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward, step back as you exhale. Vinyasa, the easiest way to do this, drop to the knees first, then chest to the floor, then a gentle cobra pose, and then reverse that. So back to the hands and knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, hold. Down dog can be more active. If you extend the shoulders, lift the tailbone, and gently start to press the thighs back. Don't worry about the heels down. Lifting the tailbone up should get you a pretty deep stretch in the hamstrings. One more breath. And then up on the toes, walk softly, or you could hop forward. Extend that spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Good, arms up again, inhale. 2 more, fold down, forward, exhale. Remember, you can step back or you can jump back from here, dropping back to chaturanga, upward facing dog, easy. It's a little bit more intense than cobra. And then downward facing dog. Right back to your down dog, fingers spread, palms flat, lift the tailbone, press the thighs back, breathe. Up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Extend as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. Good, arms up again, inhale. Folding down as you exhale. Extending that spine as you inhale. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, then if you can or want to, extra chaturanga, downward facing dog. From here, right leg goes up behind you right away, hold it up there, stretch, and breathe.
Good. From here, shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Just a little core. Lift the leg back and up. And then forward knee to your left side, a little twist and squeeze. Back and up. Forward up to your right. Back and up from there. And then all the way forward to the hands. Pause. Stay there on the fingertips. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale. Straighten, exhale, bend. Keep that going. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale, and then we're going to change the leg. So you're going to externally rotate. So as you straighten the leg, roll to the outside of the heel, and then bend the knee forward. Straighten the leg, roll to the outside of the heel, and then bend the leg forward. Straighten the leg, roll to the outside of the heel, and then bend the leg forward. Two more like that. External rotation should be outside of the hamstrings that you're feeling that stretch. Good. And now internal rotation. Internal rotation, feel it more on the inside. Bend the knee. About 5 times. Bend the knee. And bend the knee. 2 more. Bend. Good. 1 more. And now down the middle, just to feel the difference, right? Straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Good. Turn the back foot flat from there. Come on up to warrior 1. Holding warrior 1. Shoulders relaxed. Breath smooth. Hips turn forward. Spreading the toes. Breathing deep. Let's take our shoulder stretch. Interlace the fingers behind you. Lift the heart up. Shoulders back as I adjust my sleeve here. Take a big inhale and then fold down forward as you exhale. And dropping the head down, stretch and breathe. And 1 more breath. And then 1. Hands down to the floor, exhale, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Good, take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Lift the tailbone up. So again, hamstring focus, so really stretch the back of your legs here. Breathe. And then lift that left leg up. Hold it up there, a few breaths. Good, shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it, back and up. Forward knee across your body to your right. Back and up. Forward up to your left. Back and up, all the way forward to the hands. Pause. On the fingertips, straighten the front leg, flex the foot. We do about 5 in each leg position. So straighten the leg, flex the foot. That's middle hamstrings. Bend the knee. Inhale, exhale. A couple more like that. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, and now external rotation. So externally rotate that foot, and then bend the knee, sink in. Externally rotate the foot, bend the knee, sink in. Externally rotate the foot, bend the knee, sink in. 2 more like that. External rotation, and bend. External rotation, bend, and now internal rotation. Inside of the hamstrings, bend, internal rotation, bend, internal rotation, bend, a couple more, One more. Oh, yeah, good. Now down the middle, just a couple times. Should be more space in there. Great, and then turn the back foot flat. Come on up, warrior one. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth, arms up, hips forward, breathing deep. Good, then clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, lift the upper body up, pull the shoulders back and down, drop the head back, take a big inhale, fold down as you exhale, dropping that head down, stretching. Good, and then come on back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Pause there and breathe. Fingers are spread, palms are flat, breath smooth. Up on the toes again, walk softly or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold down as you exhale, stretch, and then chair pose. Bend the knees, reach the arms, hold it. A few breaths here. Reaching the arms up, sinking down, breathing deeply. Good, a few more breaths, sink a little bit lower, lean back a little bit, reach the arms up. One more breath. And then slowly stand, bring the hands together at the heart. Nice, big, full breath. Good, now linking it together, we'll just do 3 rounds Sun Salutation B. So chair pose when you're ready. Inhale, fold down as you exhale. Halfway up. Inhale, step or hop back as you exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down to the floor. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. Up and down. Downward facing dog, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Good, and then again, when you're ready, up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Nice, big, full breath. 2 more cycles, back to chair, inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extending that spine as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, maybe chaturanga again. Down dog, right leg up behind you. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reaching up, inhale. Hands down to the floor. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. Give yourselves a little bit of sound. Left side as you're ready. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reaching up. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. Good. Downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Good, one more breath. Pressing the thighs back, lifting the tailbone up, and then up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale, nice big full breath. Good, one more round, back to chair. Inhale, fold as you exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or jump back, exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down to the floor, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Downward facing dog, hold it here and breathe. Fingers are spread, palms are flat, lifting the tailbone, stretching, breathing. And then just the right leg, take it up, bring it forward. Turn the back foot flat, warrior one. And then push that front leg straight, hands to your waist. Step the back foot closer, angle it forward. All right, so from here, hips turn forward. You're gonna grab your elbows. So grabbing the elbows from here, lift that heart up, shoulders down. Take a nice big inhale and then fold down halfway. So your halfway means based on how you feel. Once you start to feel a stretch in your hamstrings, just pause there. Say like 1 to 10, 10 is pain, a 4 to start. A few breaths. You're just preparing the hamstrings. So if you can, that front leg is straight. Lengthen the upper body up, breathing deeply. Good. Then go down a little bit lower if you can. Maybe now you're at an 8. Seven, 8. Another breath or two. Good. Release the arms, put them down for a moment, bend your front leg a lot. As you bend your front leg, what I want you to do is wrap the leg. So you're wrapping the leg here, grab your elbows tight, wrap the leg with the front leg bent. Wrap the leg with the arms, front leg is bent. From here, I want you to start to straighten the front leg without releasing the upper body off the thigh. So 0 space in between your thigh and your leg. So you want to keep that as a deep, 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 deep hamstring stretch. So now the intensity should be closer to 9 or even your threshold. No pain, but just breathe into that stretch. Okay, and now release the arms. Come up a little bit, straighten the leg, lengthen the upper body, bring your chin down to your knee or shin. If you can, however far your body allows you to go. This should be kind of the deepest you've gone so far. A few more breaths. Good, and then release it. Go ahead and step that leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Take an extra moment here, bend that left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it out. Left side when you're ready. Take the leg up, bring it forward, turn the back foot. Warrior one, push the leg straight, hands to the waist, step that back foot a little bit closer, angle forward.
From here, grab the elbows back behind you. If you wanted to, we didn't do this on the other side, but reverse namaste would work also. If it works for you. Does that work? No. For Judd, it works. Lifting the upper body up from here and then fold. Remember, halfway or even 40% first. Just breathe, soften, stretch. Good. And then a little lower, so now 70% maybe. Breathing, softening, stretching. Good, then release the arms from there, bending your front leg a lot. Let your upper body come and rest on that front thigh, and then grab your elbows, hug your leg in, and then gently start to straighten that front leg. And breathe. Doesn't have to straighten. Remember, it's all about isolating your upper part. That's the hamstrings, right? The hamstrings connect into your pelvis and go below the knee. So just stretch that whole area. A few more breaths. Then release the hands. Straighten the leg. Bring your chin forward, down if you can, toward the shin. That's the idea there. Breathe. Good. All right. And then let it go. Step that leg back. Vinyasa. Shoulders back and then downward facing dog. And take a moment here. Bend your right leg. Push the left heel down. Stretch it. Breathe. Good. Right leg again. Take it up. Bring it forward. Turn the back foot flat. Warrior one first. And then from here, push the leg straight. Hands to the waist. Step the back foot a little closer. Angle it forward. Angle it forward here. So you set that up with the back foot flat, kind of 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock is forward. And then from here, same deal. We'll enter the same way, but then we'll go up into warrior three. So lift the upper body up. Fold forward, another hamstring stretch. Breathe. Good. Come on up halfway, step forward, up into warrior three. Balance here, breathe, flex that back foot. Whoa, balance if you can, few breaths. Extending the spine, pushing that back leg back, lengthen the spine forward. One more inhale. And then both hands down, standing splits. So lift that back leg. If you're tighter, if you're newer to all this and you're tighter, your standing leg may not even straighten, in which case you're working it towards straight. But if you can, lift the back leg, grab your ankle, and lift up and breathe. Good. One more inhale, lifting up. Good. Step back. Sit, vinyasa. Back to down dog. And at any point, you can always skip this vinyasa if you needed to.
From down dog, left side when you're ready. Take the leg up, bring it forward, stay on the back toes. Turn the back foot flat, warrior one, and then push the leg straight, hands to the waist, step the back foot closer, angle it forward, grab the elbows, lift the upper body up, take a big inhale, folding down forward as you exhale, and breathe. Soften, breathe, let go. Any tension, any stress, anything that might be holding you back, just see if you can let it go here and breathe. Good. Come on up from there and then step forward, lift up. Warrior three, hold it. About 5 to 7 breaths, so lengthen that back leg, extend the spine forward, breathing deeply. Good, one more nice big inhale. And then both hands down again, lift that back leg up. A few breaths. If you want, you can pull your head a little closer to the leg as you breathe and stretch. Good, one more inhale, lift it, and then both feet down. Shake out the leg. Go ahead. Now, this time, instead of stepping back, let's go ahead and squat down. So feet apart, maybe middle of your mat-ish. Squatting down, few breaths. Lift the upper body up, pause, and breathe. And sometimes I like to rock a little bit side to side here. It feels good. It moves the hips around a little. It's just a reprieve from the hamstrings. A little bit more hips and quads and lower back and knees. Sometimes intense hamstring stretches can also overstretch the back. So we need to make sure we balance that out with the upward facing dog or cobra. So let's go ahead now. Step into crow if you want it. You can just stay here and stretch, but otherwise a little arm balance. Set your hands. Those of you that want to be challenged a lot, feel free to do any variation you want. So you could do crow to headstand, crow to handstand, or just hold it, breathe. Stepping back or hopping back when you get to upward facing dog or cobra, gentle in that spine. Make sure the back bend feels okay. And then downward facing dog. Pause here. Take a moment, let's solidify some of that newfound stretching for the hamstring. So bend the left leg, push the right heel down, give it a really big stretch. Switch sides, same thing. Good. And then step forward to begin, about halfway, but you're gonna step to the outside of your mat. Bring your forearms to the thighs and then bend the knees, push the hips out here. So you kind of go side to side a little bit. Moving side to side. This is really more inner thighs, inner hips, not hamstrings, but we're gonna warm up this area in the legs and then go into some hamstring stretching in a moment. So from here, bring the upper body up, palms together, hold. If at any point this becomes too much, forearms back to the thighs. But if you can, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, reach the arms up, and breathe. 30 seconds, less than that now, but breathe. Reaching the arms up. Let's see. 10 more seconds. One more inhale, and slowly straighten the legs. Turn the feet forward, still wider than your mat, wider than your shoulders. Come forward, grab the two big toes, two fingers and the thumbs. Look forward as you inhale, and then as you exhale, dropping the head down. Stretch. From here, lean to your right leg. Pull in a little bit more if you can, so you get a much deeper stretch. And then switch sides, same thing. So for those of us who are runners or cyclists or hikers now, go ahead and release that. You're going to set the hands as if you're going to go to down dog. And then what I want you to do is walk the feet back and take a wide stance, downward facing dog with the heels down. So heels are down. If your legs are wider and your stance is shorter, you should be able to keep the heels down at some point. And then lift that tailbone up. So you're kind of taking this tailbone and you're tilting it up toward the ceiling. That's going to get you a much deeper stretch in the back of the legs. And if you're, again, runner, cyclist, walker, hiker, if you do something with your legs a lot, then this is going to be good for you. Oh, you typically have tighter hamstrings. A few more breaths. Okay, good. Now step the feet back to down dog. Take the right leg up behind you. Bring it all the way forward. We're going to the floor. Drop the back knee down. First, come up. Let's just do a little bit of quad hip flexor stretch on the left. So come up. Not long. Sink the hips forward and down. Breathe. I forget if I mentioned this last week, but this is, so I do this run near my house, Ladyface Mountain. I go up it. And on Strava, the app, there's this leaderboard, right? And when I started, I was 6th or 7th overall, and then I climbed to 4th overall, and then I tied the guy with 3rd. I couldn't believe it was 19 minutes and 23 seconds to the top, and I knew it was my best day. And I thought, I for sure beat the 3rd place. I for sure got onto the virtual podium, right? In 3rd place, but nope, I tied with the guy, 3rd place, right? And then I beat him, so now I'm officially in 3rd place because I did sub 19 the other day. I did 18:58, and so now I'm officially in. I was officially in 3rd place at 18:58, and then last week I did 18:45, and so I'm officially in 2nd place now. Take that left arm up, and I went up there today, and I was like 20 minutes. It was awesome. It was hot. Those other days, it was hazy and cool, and I felt good. So I need another hazy, cool day. The guy that's ahead of me is 9 seconds ahead of me. So not very much. I can beat him. I can beat him with the right recovery time and the right plan. Go ahead and come down. Now we're going to do a hamstring stretch from here. So straighten that front leg. If you're more flexible, you'll straighten the leg, flex this foot, lift your chin up, lean forward, and breathe. If you're a person who can go toward a split, then feel free to take that leg forward. We're going to hold here for approximately a minute. Breathing deeply. But I'm not sure, I know some of you guys out there were following along there, so I'm not sure if you knew that, but I'm officially 2nd place. It's 20. I'm also the local legend. They have something called the local legend. I'm the local legend because I've done it 22 times in the past 90 days. I don't know what defines the local legend, but 22 times in the last 90 days in this particular situation defines the local legend. Will I go down in history as the local legend? Probably not. A few more breaths. All right, and then Let's take that back. Oh, yeah. Slowly. And then downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Hopefully you're feeling a lot more space in there. Step the left leg forward. Drop the back knee down. Come on up. Sink the hips forward. Breathe. And then just because I know we're streaming this with the Malibu half marathon and 5K folks, it's just a little note on running and runners. As a runner myself who's run thousands and thousands of miles, I'd say that'd be an interesting thing if I can go back. I've been on Strava since 2011. So that's 9 years, I guess, 10 years, whatever that is. I know it can see all of my runs and bikes that I've actually tracked, right? So I'm sure you could see how many thousands. I know it's thousands of kilometers, that's for sure. I'm in kilometers in there. Take the arm up. But anyway, I wanted to talk about hamstrings for a moment and just the tightness sometimes of the hamstrings. A practice like this particular yoga class, lift up, lean back, I would recommend at least once a week. If you can do something that's as focused on the hamstrings as this, lift up, lean back. But after your run, or a long bike ride, or a long hike, or whatever, I would spend at least 20 minutes if you could. If you could. I know time sometimes doesn't allow us to do that, but one more right now. In long static stretches. So like a minute to 2 minutes in a few different kinds of stretches. Go ahead and straighten that front leg from there. Breathe. And again, if you're tighter here, you're just straightening the leg could be excruciating. So just hang in there and breathe. All right. If you can straighten it more. If you can get that foot forward toward a little split, get it forward toward a split, lift the upper body up, bring the chin forward and breathe. And explore too, so slight bend in that leg, feel what it feels like. Maybe go take it a little deeper. Good. All right, and then bend that leg, take the leg back. Let's take our final, maybe not final, almost final vinyasa. Go ahead and lower down. You can lower, just make it a nice, easy back bend. Gentle lift up, shoulders down. And then downward facing dog. From here, pigeon. Step the right leg forward. This is just a nice little outer hip stretch. After all the hamstring work, should feel pretty good. Spend about a minute on each side. And breathe. Set my trusty little timer. It's beautiful up on that trail, though. I will say I highly recommend you getting your heart rate moving. If you're a runner, you do that anyway. But if you're not, just something like, a couple times a week, do a hike that's uphill. I know there's a lot of people who are in flat places and they don't have the opportunity to go uphill, but even just some steps, maybe some steps in a local building or something like that. Uphill just is so good for your strength and heart rate and getting, the World Health Organization and the CDC recommend 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week. 150 minutes is 22 minutes a day, roughly, for 7 days in a row. Or they recommend 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. And vigorous exercise, just in case you're curious, is where you cannot
complete a sentence. Go ahead and switch sides. So you can't hold a conversation because you're breathing so heavily. So it's funny, people are like, oh, 75 minutes. I went for a 75-minute bike ride. That counts. Nope, because you're probably chatting on the bike. If not with your friend, with somebody else. So unless you're like hammering uphill, can barely talk on the bike, it doesn't count. That wouldn't count. So just be consistent. You know, there's been over the last, I don't know, decade plus, there's been this movement of trying to get the most out of the least amount of time. And I understand that from a lifestyle standpoint, like, oh, you know, for me, I have 2 kids and I'm running a business in my life, and you know, I want to spend time with the family and don't want to look back at my life and go, I totally missed my family. So for me, I try to keep a balance, and it doesn't always work. I don't always get as much sleep as I'd like to, and but one thing that is for sure a mandatory thing besides spending time with my family is exercise, because I feel like the one thing that I was given freely in this life was my body. Right? So if I can do, you know, like make it work to the best of its ability, then I think I'm doing it justice, so to speak, right? And as opposed to just kind of letting it flop. But I understand that we're not always there. We don't always get on the right track, and you know, we can always come back. We can always come back, right? Instagrammers, I see you're gonna be leaving us shortly. You got another minute or so. So thank you very much for showing up. I appreciate it. Donate if you can. Support your local businesses. Even if you're not doing it for us, make sure you go to your local businesses and support them. Because again, like I said earlier on, I think we're just beginning to see some fallout here. So do the best you can, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow for class number 99. 99 and 100 tomorrow and Thursday. I'm very excited. And we'll keep going, don't worry, we'll keep going. But that's it. Come on up. Let's bring the legs forward, shake them out. And then flex the feet, reach the arms up, fold forward. Another plug here for my online community. So Judd, I don't know if you know about this. I started something called Conscious Endurance, which is an online platform. I'll make sure you get an invitation, but you can go to my website, teddymcdonald.com, click on the community link, ding, it will then say join the Conscious Endurance community. You click that, and then you go to the platform, and there's a bunch of people in there now, and we're just kind of helping, you know, support each other, stay healthy, stay active, all that fun stuff. And we're committing, this is for people who like want to stay active and strong and healthy for forever, right? For the rest of their lives. So I'm going to set up a 100-year-old marathon. Not marathon, half marathon. So half marathon. So would you be willing to do that, Judd? I will try. That's all you need. Go ahead now, roll up, roll back, take the legs up and over the head for plow. And then we figure we got to do it every year to make sure that we're ready for 100. You can't just go, oh, okay, sure, I'll see you when I'm 100, right? We got to start doing them every year. So we're going to set up a little virtual half marathon, meaning virtual, meaning you can do it anywhere in the world. So I'll do it, you know, I'll start up a little Strava group or something like that. Probably make it official, where you can register and get some merchandise. Oh, that's my hat. My hat is a virtual Ironman. Go ahead and take the legs wide, flex the feet. Breathe. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. And then straighten the legs up. And then drop the legs down, slowly come down. And then we can all meet at the start line of the Malibu half marathon in real life, right? That would be the real life one in 100 years, or when we turn 100.
pull the knee in, roll to one side, right knee in, roll to the left. So that's the one we'll do in person, but a virtual one leading up to it. Good, switch sides. Same thing, other side. All right, Shavasana, final rest with a little chainsaw in the background. So eyes closed, shoulders down away from the ears, feet flop open. It'll take about 3 minutes or so. Take a nice deep, deep inhale. And exhale. Totally, totally relax. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Pause there for a moment. And then bend the knees, roll to your right side, take your time, a few breaths. Then make your way up to a seat, comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall,
Palms up, eyes closed, a few breaths here. So settling in. So meditation is easier when you've just practiced yoga and there's a nice, calm, cool experience, or you're up in the mountains and there's nobody around, right? It's harder when there's a chainsaw going and trucks and sound and distractions, but that's life, right? I mean, life is lots of information and distractions, and the idea is to develop your sense of calmness and stillness and stability and security within, so that when the outside circumstance isn't optimal or you get thrown off balance, that you come back to your center on a regular basis. Bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, you guys. Thank you very much for showing up in real life. Thank you for showing up at home. And at home, speaking of tomorrow, I'll be doing class number 99 at 9 o'clock my time, but then also at noon, I'm going to go live again and teach a little bit about motivation. So this July in the Conscious Endurance community is the month of motivation. August is endurance training, September is nutrition, but this month, once a week on Wednesdays, I'll go live right here, Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching it. And that's it. So hope to see you, if not tomorrow morning in class, then.